What's up, y'all? It's another video of Prez Lifestyles. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the Lotto brand. Thank you on the hoodie. It took me a little while to really post and talk about it, but they have a vendor that is in the New York area. It's in Green Acres Mall. That's one, and then the other site that they have is actually in Roosevelt Fields Mall. So, I would definitely say check them out. Whatever the case is, the quality of hoodies is really good. Um, but I definitely appreciate it. As I said, any vendors and stuff like that that's trying to get their names out there, feel free to shoot me with a hoodie or whatever. I'll give you a shout out. Absolutely. I just want to get into something a little different with investing. So, a lot of people definitely been talking about how can they get their kids involved. I mean, this is how we basically break the cycle and start to really teach generalization wealth at a young age. So there's actually an app that I've been checking out. I haven't been, really doing it or whatever the case is myself, but my fiance's actually been doing it. So this app is actually called Greenlight. So that's the name of it. It's called Greenlight. So what Greenlight does basically is you can do a few different things. It's pretty cool. I was messing with it a little bit. Um, what you can do for one is you can have an allowance set up for your kids, whatever the case is. You can have a checkoff list, and you can basically have an account set up. It goes from your account and it'll basically go to theirs. You can monitor their account 100%. They can also have their own debit cards, and what happens is you can hook it up to your bank account, and you can basically put it to where you have it that it comes out weekly, or it comes out bi-weekly, or it comes out once a month. So it's pretty cool. You can set it up different times that money will go to your kids' accounts and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty good. It's pretty cool because you can basically help them with chores and stuff like that. Give them the incentive of you get this done. Here's the checklist. It has a whole list of things that you can do and operate it. Now, how does it go with investing? It also has an investing platform, so you can also use your kids to get into the stock market. I was checking it out a little bit. It actually is pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. I've seen a few companies on there that I was actually invested in on Robinhood that Robinhood unfortunately had took out. So when I was able to see them on the Greenlight app, it was pretty interesting to see that because there's a few companies that pay monthly dividends that I was in. There was one big one, and Robinhood had took it out a while ago, but I seen it that this app actually has it, so that's kind of cool. So you can kind of build up and teach your kids to invest now, and you can basically already have a portfolio set up for them, which I think is it's pretty dope, and it's pretty I feel like it's pretty important because a lot of parents and just in general a lot of people talk about that, and they say you know breaking a cycle of teaching investing tools for kids. So I think that's a big one. I even have clients in Brooklyn that want me to do seminars for kids, the after school program and things of that nature. So I think Greenlight is one of the biggest things and tools that you can use to help the youth really get into investing. So by the time that they are, 18 or 21, they won't just be starting from scratch. So I think it's an amazing app, to be honest. And I feel like everyone should check it out. Even if you really don't have kids, you can still use it for yourself because, as I said, it definitely has an investing platform. It also can kind of help you manage your money a little bit better because it has different goals and tips and ideas on how you can monitor your spending. So I think that's really important. Um, I would definitely recommend that everybody check out the Greenlight app if you have kids or you don't. So I definitely would say just give it a shot. I've been researching it. I've been checking it out for I'm gonna say about a few weeks to really just break it down to see what type of audience and crowds and what type of level that it can be used for. It's definitely good. So I definitely would recommend that to a lot of people. Other than that, not too much to really talk about. The stock market, as we all know, has been going up and down. Um, Credit is always going to be key. I see Credit Karma's actually been updating their status a little bit, so they're trying to get better with basically monitoring your credit report. They're trying to update faster, because before it would take a while. Now they're trying their best to do it on a day-to-day basis. So it's, it's much more tools and tips that they have. They also have direct deposit going on with that now. So it's pretty resourceful. It's always been pretty resourceful for me, but they've added so much more to it now that I feel like anybody can use it. It's very beneficial. So that's just, some of my takes on it. It also gives you, the options to really explore your cards. So let's say you don't know what cards you want, it'll give you a long list of cards that you have a great chance of getting, so you're not going in there blindfold. You can literally see what cards that you can possibly qualify for. Doesn't mean you're going to 100% get it, but you rather see that you're in the position to where one of your cards that you're looking at says that you have a good chance of getting it, versus you not knowing 100% at all, and you're just basically going in blindfold for a card that you actually have no chance at all. Because Credit Karma will also let you know, and they'll tell you that you have a poor chance, a very poor chance, a fair chance, a good chance, and a very good chance. In my experience, anytime I saw a card that said very good and I went to go apply for it, I got it. It was never an issue. It's like a 1, 2, 3 process. So I believe very strongly on just their grading levels when it comes to cards. They also give you the information on the cards, like sign-on bonuses of that nature. If they have cash back, if they have annual fees, these are the things that is very important to look at, along with if they have balance transfers. So in other words, if you have a card that has about $5,000 on it that you owe, and you see the APR on that card is very high, so you're paying more, and then you have another card that has a balance of about, let's say, $10,000 or $5,000, and their APR is much lower, you can use that card as a balance transfer and balance from one card to the other. So now you're taking over that debt, but with a lower APR. So that's just a little trick, a little technique that people use to pay less. Like, initially, it's still something you got to pay. I'm not saying you're going to get out of paying it, but it's going to work. But like I said, if you saw one of my videos when I talked about Tally, that Tally app will definitely come in handy for things in that situation, because again, Tally will pay it right off for you, and you just got to pay Tally back, and they will continuously pay it off, and it's a revolving cycle. So that's just my take on it, and it's been pretty beneficial. I know a lot of people that I've been teaching and talking about it, they've been using Tally, and they said it works out perfectly. So that's just my quick little take on a few apps that I wanted to really share and talk about. Other than that, of course, my regular takes when it comes to the stock market. Apple, of course. AT&T, we talked about the split that it did with giving out shares for Warner Brothers because of the big deal. So, I mean, that's still going, and that's pretty fine. We are approaching the cutoff time for Amazon. So, if you missed my video, Amazon is going to do a 1 in 20 split. So, basically, a 20-1 split, which that means if you have one share, just one share in Amazon, after May, it's going to become 20 shares. I'm going to say this again. If you have just one share in Amazon, it's going to split after May, and it's going to now become 20 shares. So you're going to have more position into this company. So, I mean, if you haven't started investing in it already, I would definitely suggest doing it now, because once that split hits, the pricing is going to drop, but it's going to pick back up. We already seen how dominant Amazon's been. I mean, it's taken over, it's been taken over, and it's going strong. So, I mean, that's just that. Google's also doing the same thing. It's going to also do a 20-1. So, if you have just one share, think about it. Every share that you have, every one share is going to turn into 20 shares. So, that's a pretty big deal. And that's probably going to be one of the biggest moves that's going to happen in the stock market for spring and possibly for summer. But so far, that's the two moves that I'm looking at. Those are the long-term moves. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to contact me, let me know. I appreciate all of my subscribers, my only fans. I appreciate you guys. My YouTube, thank you, because I've been watching some of my videos and they've definitely been blowing up way bigger than I thought. I've seen my videos posted in certain places that I had no idea they was even at until somebody actually contacted me and told me. So I really do appreciate it, guys, and I do pay attention. So other than that, I'm gonna keep going with the videos. I'm gonna keep posting. I'm gonna keep doing my research. If there's anything that you guys want to learn and you want me to talk about, feel free to contact me. I definitely will look into it. I have no problem doing so. And let's just keep it going. Let's keep the investments going. Let's keep the financial education building, because again, this is very important stuff. Um, I just really appreciate all you guys. I really appreciate it. As I said, I'm going to keep the videos going. You guys take it easy. Let's have a good week.